The Power of Positive Thinking is one of the most popular self-help books ever written. Although it was written in 1952, its message is still changing lives today. So what is the message of the book? Well, it's in the title. If you think positive thoughts, you can completely transform yourself into a positive person living a positive and productive life. In order to harness the power of positive thinking, you first have to take control of your beliefs. Once you start to recognize and change your beliefs in a positive way, you will start to see positive results. Whether that means you want to come into money, find the love of your life, or feel beautiful and confident, the power of positive thinking can help lead you there. This theory may seem far-fetched for a lot of people. How can your inner thoughts transform the outside world? To begin to answer this question, I want to talk a little bit about the power that your brain has over your physical body. So let's first talk about how our brains see a bear. When the sensory cortex of your brain takes in outside stimuli, it has to send that information to the rest of the brain. In this example, your eyes tell your sensory cortex that you see a bear. The information is first transferred to the hippocampus. The hippocampus digs up all of your beliefs and your past knowledge about a bear. Do you think they're scary? Your brain has formed these beliefs based on the stories that you've read or pictures that you've seen of bears. It'll also take into account your past experiences with bears. Now, the information is then transferred to the amygdala, which determines whether or not you are scared and whether or not it is time to take action. If it is time to take action, the amygdala will send a message to the hypothalamus. When this part of the brain recognizes that you're scared, it will create a physical response. The response is a release of a hormone called adrenaline. You will then experience a massive adrenaline rush, which affects the entire way your body functions. Your heart, your breathing, and your sweat glands will all kick into action during this time, and it is all because you saw a bear. But let's say your experiences with bears in the past led you to believe that bears were cuddly, they were kind creatures. The hippocampus would then make a different decision about what to tell your amygdala, and you wouldn't end up sweating or experiencing an adrenaline rush. Now, this kind of sounds crazy, but it works the exact same way for people who get queasy or shaky whenever they're around needles or even in a doctor's office. Adrenaline rushes are just one example of how your beliefs create physical responses. Blushing and laughing also stems from beliefs. So do panic attacks and other physical responses that are associated with stress. Have you ever been so stressed that your chest started to feel tight, like it was painful, maybe even hard to breathe? Experiencing this type of stress is human, but some people experience this type of stress more often than others, and it can take a serious toll on their health. So let's talk a little bit about stress, health, and your beliefs. Adrenaline is just one hormone associated with stress. Another one is cortisol. Cortisol has a serious effect on how your body functions. It sends sugar to your bloodstream, it halts the digestive system, and it'll even shut down your reproductive system. These functions are useful when you need to run from a bear, but a body facing constant stress and a bunch of cortisol released into your system won't always function properly. Stress also greatly affects your ability to sleep. Sleep gives your body the ability to recharge and create hormones that keep us happy and actually functioning properly throughout the day. Without a full night of quality sleep, we are less likely to function at optimal levels and stay happy, especially in the face of challenges. So this video is about beliefs. How does it tie back to beliefs? Well, our beliefs control the amount of stress that we experience. If you believe, for example, that you are a failure and that you will not be able to pay the bills and live out your dream, you are most likely going to experience a lot of stress. This stress will keep you up at night and prevent you from feeling refreshed and ready to work in the morning. You will perform at a lower capacity and actually inhibit the amount of growth that you want for yourself. Failure will only reinforce your beliefs, which will add more stress to your life, and the cycle will continue. Now, let's get into the positive side of this. If you can create this cycle for yourself, can you break it? Can you use your belief system to create a positive cycle that brings you towards success? Well, the answer is yes. Let's go back to the bear example for just a moment. Maybe you saw the bear when you were taking a walk in the woods. There's a lot of stimuli when you're walking out in the woods. The sight of the trees, the sound of the birds, the feeling of wind on your skin. In fact, there's so much stimuli that your brain can't actually pick all of it up. If you put an Instagrammer out in the woods or a videographer, they will see the environment as a great opportunity. And if you give them the opportunity to see a bear, oh man, they would go wild taking pictures of it and filming it. And in the beginning stages of recognizing the bear and creating a physical response, your brain has decided whether or not the bear is a worthy stimuli to focus on and take in. Well, next to the bear might be a beautiful bird, 100 leaves, or a collection of awesome trees. But your mind does not focus on these things because your emotions and your beliefs about bears are more significant than the surrounding trees. If you had a stronger and more emotionally charged beliefs about the species of a tree that was next to the bear, you might not even notice the bear in the first place because your mind is so focused on the trees. This is the true power of beliefs. Our beliefs guide the things that we see, the way that our brain communicates with our body, and even our physical state of being. But belief does more than just cause us to sweat or blush. These additional powers of belief can transform you into the person that you want to be and help you get the success that you want in life quicker. In addition to physical responses, beliefs can actually create opportunities and develop our ability to take on certain habits. All actions of us as humans stem from the power of belief. All of these actions, these opportunities, and these habits create a roadmap for us. Where does your map direct you? Now, this was a short little video basically just to tell you about the power of beliefs. And if you want to dive deeper into how beliefs create your success, I actually recently spent a few months diving deep into something called the psychology of beliefs, simply because I was trying to make my students reach more success in all the courses that I've created. And I found that a lot of what was limiting them wasn't what I was teaching, it was their belief system. So I started researching and testing, and I came up with a system to help you find your limiting beliefs, pluck them straight from your brain, and to give you the tools to control your mindset. If you're interested in that, you can actually check out the full Psychology of Beliefs course for under $20 with the link in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.